So I don't know if we want to use this person's full name because she called her husband out, but first name. Anyways, she says, how do I help my husband get over his imposter syndrome to lead our family and communities needing his help without getting frustrated?
Well, if the husband needs to get lean and jacked, I would start there, because every man automatically gains confidence when he is more physically developed, leaner, and more athletic looking. Because when he is...
No, go ahead.
When he is, she's going to find him more attractive. He's going to find himself more attractive. He's going to feel like a confident, competent man. That's going to bleed into the next thing he needs to do to become a more decisive man, to get the next win. That's why I always say that fitness is the gateway drug to the higher self. Take control of your health and fitness, get lean, jacked, develop abs. And when he does that, that will start trickling into other areas of his life with her encouragement.
What I was going to say as a follow-up, because that all makes sense, but how does she as a woman talk to her husband into doing that? Like, for example, like us talking to our wives, let's say that we were talking about them and getting better shape or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you got to be very careful.
Well, all right. So if I were her, I'd be like, hey, baby, I'm guessing that you're experiencing imposter syndrome because you've said so. Maybe he's told her that. Or she just senses like, hey, baby, are you experiencing imposter syndrome? He says yes. Well, do you think it's because you feel like you're not authentically being who you're supposed to be? Yes. I was listening to the Bedros Keuilian show, and he talks about that if a dude is feeling like an imposter and kind of lacks confidence in several areas of life and doesn't feel like he's able to be the congruent man that he wants to be, the best place to start is fitness. So if you're feeling like an imposter and it's bleeding into other areas of our life, including our marriage, because you're just not showing up as like I love you the way you are, but it doesn't seem like you love yourself, and you're showing up as kind of a crusty, angry dude or whatever, however else he's showing up, or you're not following through on the promises to the family. And so with love, I'm calling you out and saying that, you should take Bedros' advice and get lean, get jacked, because the number one thing that you have absolute control over. And when you do, that will bleed into other areas of your life as you develop and gain more confidence. Right. Now, he might say, fuck off, I want a divorce. Or he might say, you know what? I needed to hear this. Thank you for loving me and telling me this, because that is an act of love to call people out.
Yeah. Yeah. To that point, I remember, I don't even know how many years ago this was, but it stuck to me. And it was before I was married or anything, just advice that Monique, I don't know, you know who Monique is?
No. Wait,
comedian, like.
Oh, yeah, the black lady.
Yeah. So on that note, so she was way bigger than she was. Like she lost a lot of weight now. Like she looks a lot better, right? And she said that people always told her that she needed to lose weight, whatever, but she was like, this is me, take it or leave it. She had that attitude, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
She ran with that. That was like part of her. And she said her husband one day told her, like, like, I know this is kind of, part of your character, you feel, or whatever the case is about this is your image, this is you, right? But I want you to be here for a long time. And like that one line she said, like, completely changed everything. Like she was like, damn. So like you said, I just want to say, like, the fact that, calling people out sometimes is like an 11 way too. Like, hey man, I want you to be around for a long time. I want you to be the leader that I know that you want to be. Mm-hmm. It might hit him a little bit differently. So anyways,
that is actually a great, sometimes there's just a certain way you deliver a message. Like in this case for Monique, who was like, oh shit. All right, well, maybe this is who I am on stage, but if I want to be around for a long time for my family, which is a higher priority than just my comedy career, I better lose the weight and become this next best version.